Dave Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So a few days ago, I trashed Canada for electing some fucking Trudeau adjacent freak. And yesterday, fucking Australia pretty much did the same thing as Canada, except there was really no other choice. There was Albanese, who's just he's like a balloon half filled with water that's like a little bit leaky. That's the only way to describe him. And he's like low-key gay squeaky voice. He's an embarrassment. Anyway, he won because he virtually ran against no opposition. So we have the same government again. And who really gives a fuck? I've never voted, so who gives a shit? Anyway, after I trashed the Canadian election, one of the listeners from Canada decided to write in and give me a rundown of what happened. So I'm just going to read out his analysis. This was sent in by Andrew Hicks over there in Canada. So here it is. Hey Boyle, I wouldn't normally be one to give a shit or reply or anything like that. That's the thing with my listeners. They're always like, hey, I never reach out and I don't even really want to be talking to you now, but I just thought I'd fucking say something to you. They're like, hey, I'm never coming to a show and I'm not giving you money. I listen to you every day. I hate you, but I think you need to hear this from me. That's how most of the messages go. Most of the emails go. I wouldn't normally be one to give a shit or reply or anything like that, but felt compelled to do so after your podcast the other day asking what happened in Canada regarding the election. I'm sure you've received a few responses on this already, so I'll preface mine by saying I'm definitely a left-of-centre leaning person politically, though I do hold many conservative values. In essence, what happened in Canada began, say, about 100 days ago. The Conservatives had a 25-point lead on the Liberals in the polls. Trudeau was being mocked and chased out of office, was on his way out, and Parliament was dissolved. Then a funny thing happened. A certain orange faggot. That must be your conservative values coming out. His conservative values that he holds very dear. A certain orange faggot took office in the USA and started to talk shit about taking over Canada. Canadians didn't like that. Liberal Canadians didn't like it. Conservative Canadians didn't like it. No one liked it. Justin Trudeau, now on his way out of office, stopped giving a shit about anything and basically told Trump to go fuck himself, resulting in a bit of a change of sentiment from a lot of people. And at least he did that for us type thing. Trudeau's party, the Liberals, had to elect a new leader and picked a guy named Mark Carney. All was set now for an election in the coming months. However, things still look dire for the Liberals. As Trump ramped up his rhetoric about making Canada the 51st state, the Liberal leader, Carney, began to address these threats directly. Poliver, I don't know, it's probably Poliver. The Conservative guy didn't really do that. As the campaign wore on, the Trump thing basically became the number one ballot question for everyone. What are you going to do about Trump? Carney and the Liberals had a strong anti-Trump stance, repeatedly emphasizing that we were basically done with the former relationship we had with the US and that we'd be on our own now, building new allies, facing hardships, etc., etc. In short, it was basically, fuck off Trump, you're not getting our country. Basically what most Canadians wanted to hear. For some reason, Pierre Poilievre never really went hard on this front. He'd say things here and there like, I'll tell Trump to knock it off. But he never really addressed the whole situation or gave any kind of comprehensive plan or appearance of having a plan to move forward on that front, which I think led to fear in a lot of voters that he would essentially roll over for Trump if and when he got in office. There's a ton more to it than just that, of course, but in a nutshell, I would say that cost him the election. One of the greatest political fumbles in Canadian history. Sorry about your and my Bitcoin. Andy. Well, Andy, Canada's economy is not big enough for it to affect our Bitcoin that much. And since you wrote that, it's actually gone up. So it's all worked out all right. I can understand why that Pierre Poilievre wasn't even really addressing the Trump thing. It's because what Trump was saying was insane. You're just like, yeah, of course he's not taking our fucking country. Why do I need to address what that cunt's saying? I have policies and I want to introduce change. That's a distraction. You would think you would say something though. I remember when Trump came out with the fucking tariffs to Canada thing, I remember seeing Pierre saying, yeah, that's not happening. But maybe he backed off a little bit. Maybe he was thinking, I'm definitely going to win this election and I'm going to have to fucking deal with Trump. So I'm not going to fucking shit in his face before I need to fucking interact with him. And the other guy must have been like, well, I've got a Hail Mary here. They hate us, but they hate Trump more. Let's play the Trump angle, which is a smart move. They did the right thing. 25-point turnaround, that's fucking insanity. When you see the polls twisting, you at least start fucking attacking Trump a little bit, wouldn't you? Anyway, we've both got 4 more years of whatever this is. I don't even know what this is. The economy crashing and house prices skyrocketing. Fucking thank Christ for Bitcoin. Anyway, thanks for fucking not really wanting to, but I thought I had to write that in. Fucking don't really care, but yeah, I'll listen, but whatevs. Anyway, thanks for sending that in. It was actually a pretty good analysis. I liked it. Anyway, that'll do for tonight, and I'll see you the fuck later.